Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Loop Hero. On our last episode we beat the Act 2 boss, the Priestess, with the Necromancer, which means now with every single memory, the Rogue, the Warrior, the Necromancer, we've beaten the Act 2 boss. So I think I'm happy to move on into Act 3 now and start trying to push into that. Other than that, we upgraded the Potion Maker's Hut multiple times last time. So now we can take 6 potions with us on missions. They restore 7% of max HP, and we get 3 potions at each camp. So again, we're hoping to be able to go a bit more aggressive early on, and I'm hoping this will help us survive Act 3 a bit better, because the difficulty spikes between each act have been pretty big so far. We also have improved our war camp. I think we did this actually just before the last episode. So our strength is now at 8%, which again should help us handle Act 3 more. And I've built 4 watchtowers in roughly north, south, east and west, which will help us against the boss battle. At some point we'll probably try and loop as long as we can in Act 2, but for now I would like to keep trying to make progression. In terms of our build menu, we're still trying to get towards this river. We did actually spend a few of the resources that we need to make this river in placing down the multiple watchtowers and upgrading the Herbalist Hut. But we're trying to get a lot of these orbs of expansions. I need to really pay attention to what is giving us these, because I'm not 100% certain right now. And we also need to figure out what this orb is. I think it was like... I think it's coming from these time shards, but we have to figure out how to get them. Other than that, we've already built a lumberjack, so really all we're missing are these 3 up here. We can build another warehouse at some point, and then there are a few tiles that you can place multiple of, which I don't 100% see the benefit of yet. I think I'd prefer to go into upgrades after this, but these are what we're aiming at, so we're looking for stable metals to carry, and these 2 missing orbs. So that's a side goal, so we're going to be Act 3, and we're going to place the Warrior, so let's amend our deck. Again, I think I'm going to go out with Arsenal. For right now at least, I think it's the best gold card we have. The additional slot is just so much worth the item quality reduction by 15%. It's a great deal for us. In terms of other things I'm willing to put in, I think I'm happy to bring Storm Temple back in. I'm happy with these environmental tiles, even though Storm Temple does change our forests. We'd like multiple enemies, I think, on this run, so I'm going to take out Road Lantern. I don't want Outposts either, so I think I'm going to bring back Spider Cocoon. I'm also considering putting Chrono Crystals back into the deck. As I said, we want multiple enemies on each of these tiles. We are currently 1 over the card limit, so I think I'll take Temporal Beacon out. I think this is pretty close to a deck we've ran before. Bookery's a bit of a risk, but I think I will leave it in for now. If worse comes to worse, we can always just Oblivion Bookeries. And without any further ado, let's go into Act 3. We have been in hit once, and I think we retreated fairly quickly. It was more of just a mission to see how tough the enemies were. But now enemies are going to increase at 4% per loop, and they're going to start at 5% strength. We still should be able to clear the first 2 loops pretty comfortably, but we have to bear in mind that we could die early on now. But with the potions, we should be fine. They also have 2 to 3 abilities, and some of the mobs now are extremely dangerous on 2 to 3 abilities. Slimes, for example, become quite an annoying enemy, which basically up until now have been a nothing. We do get more resources, so it makes sense that we'd like to loop in later chapters. So when I said that we're going to possibly do a Super Chill episode at some point and loop as long as we can, I think I'll do that in Act 2. Act 3 is probably too hard for us right now, but what are my games this episode? Just loop as much as we can. It'd be nice to see the boss, but as I said, we spent quite a lot of our resources on the last episode, and I'd like to start picking up resources again. We can trade these Orbs of Immortalities actually for keeping our resources. It's just something to bear in mind. But let's go. Oh, let's go actually this time. So we've not seen the Act 3 boss. We start with all the warrior gear, which is quite nice. We're going to place our arsenal on the roadside where it's probably not going to be too annoying. I can't remember if I put ruins back into this deck actually. I would have put ruins in, but hey ho. We actually have 8 potions as well. It was saying on the front screen that we only had 7, or maybe it was plus 7. So slimes now have, as I said, sticky body. Attackers get this thick slime effect, and it's lowering your damage. So they're both lowering your defense and lowering your damage. Both things we don't want to happen. We have our first meadow card, which can go up here. So I have to bear in mind where I'm going to place these thickets. And I will place thickets down, and I'll use a booker to try and swap the woods into... the forest into thickets. And ideally rocks into mountains, which are just better than the other ones. But currently I'm looking at placing Thunder Temple in a line across here, and I think I will place it onto this side, and one across here, and maybe across here. So I think I don't place any thickets in this row, and I'll just start placing them across the top of the screen. And I'll make that Blooming Meadow. We have a helmet, so this is retaliation damage, so our arsenal gives us another slot. We still haven't seen an option to open all these additional slots. We'll have to look out for it. More thickets. Again, I'll hold the forest in the hope that we can pick up an early bookery and switch the cards. Rocks, I'm happy to try and hold for now. This is just equivalent, so I should hold it. And a vampire mansion, very nice. I'm going to place this over here, and let's keep going. Again, there's no point in swapping these over. I think we might actually gain HP when we swap items now because of a supply chest. Something just to bear in mind, but I definitely would like the stable metal more than anything else. We have our first cocoon. Just trying to think where to place this best, because we normally put blood groves here. It's like a reserved spot for it. So let's put it on the inside of this corner and then have chrono crystals affecting it here. That I'm quite happy with. Normally I think I would also put this around the vampire mansion, but I'm a bit concerned at the moment how difficult it's going to be. So what items am I looking for? This might surprise you. I have been converted. I'm very much looking for damage to all right now. Damage to all, I think, synergizes on the vampirism. It also synergizes with our thickets that are giving us a more attack speed, so we just hit everything more often. One more spider cocoon. I think I'll place it this time here, so we'll get some with the vampire mansion. Yeah, an early village would be nice just to pick up the XP. We're starting to pick up multiple potions now as well, which again will help us survive. I'd like to hold on to these as long as possible. Loot so far is pretty average though. Runes clearly is in our deck. I'm going to just place this straight in front of us. And I'm just going to pop this menu out as well, because I quite like it out. We have the first grove that I'm going to place over here, and another spider cocoon. Let's place this here. So the runes are giving us scrap metal. Okay, fair enough. Should just quickly check these, but early on, as I said, we can be quite calm now. We don't have to worry. We shouldn't die. Quite interesting as well, the starting loot we've had with the warriors actually been better than some of the loot we've picked up off the enemies. First time we're going to see spiders. Well, for a while in Act 3 at least. So they add a spider web effect to a location. I've never seen this activate before, I think. Some more forests and another meadow. Meadows I can place just along here. But I would like some blooming meadows. I think I'm going to place this here for now. I might run a series of thickets actually down here as well. Yeah, that makes sense. So very much looking for the bookery now. Oh, speak of the devil, the bookery's here. Shoe nails we've seen before. Attackers receive 1 damage after every hit. Kind of meaningless right now, but I would equip it if I had the slots. I'm going to use the bookery here, and we're going to start our mountains. Let's start them in the bottom corner for just a change of pace. And we're now going to trade 3 cards out when we go past the bookery. We have a blood grove, so this was a great trade for us so far. And I'm going to place this here to help us on this corner. We've got our first storm temple that I'm going to place along this row. Hits many tiles this way. And I'll probably place one, I'm looking here, and then one across here, and then one across here. Swapped again, and we've picked up a ruins. I'm quite happy to put the ruins, I think, here. Although I do have to be a bit careful because they're probably going to spawn more often fairly soon. Meadows here becomes blooming because of Storm Temple. You do get some awkward situations sometimes, so we keep putting it there to fight on close range with the Scorch Worms, and we typically put a village in front of it so nothing can spawn there, except bandits when we get the bandit tiles. Currently, at the moment, I'm just trying to block the positions where bandits could be on the village tile, so I might put a bookery here if I get the option to, opposite the arsenal. But we can get some awkward effects where like a day passes just as we pass through the tile, so we can get fights behind us. It's not too big a deal. Or treasury. Yep, I'm going to put it in this bottom corner, and I'm immediately going to start placing some meadows around it. But this time, I'm going to try and remember, we just want to do a C. More forests, I'd like to switch them up to thickets. Rat wolves now have ignores damage to all. Should probably have paid attention to that. I don't remember seeing that before actually, so that will hurt the damage to all build, but I still think it's worth going for it. Finally, we've been rewarded by some clever play, or at least semi-clever play. We've picked up another treasury, and I'm going to place this here. We save one tile. Man, I do love this type of efficiency. We've also got some thickets that I'm going to place one here. I might use one of these rocks actually just on the corner here, because I can't make this a blooming meadow. Actually, no, I'll accept. In fact, I'll use this forest. Let's burn the forest, and we get a little bit of magic damage. That's fine. I'll use those for the diagonals on this side. I've actually placed this in kind of an awkward position. I've already like sort of broken my synergy, so I might hold this for a while because I really want a Storm Temple here. So this might actually be the next Storm Temple I place down. In terms of spider cocoons, let us have another one over here, I think. So this is the most difficult tile we've had at the moment. So we have spider web effect. I think this is lowering our attack speed. But it's also affecting the enemy, so it's not actually terrible. Pick up a bit of vampirism, stay alive. We're about to pop a potion actually, which is kind of annoying, but we still have time to pick up a collection of potions. Let's place a vampire mansion over there. And a thicket. I'm going to place it here. Okay. Sorry, I just thought I saw another effect. The grove I'm also going to use over here to go for another blood grove. And we're about to complete our second loop. Chrono crystals. Okay, so this could be a bit spicy. I'm thinking of putting one here to get lots of spiders on these tiles. And we're becoming close to the point now where I really need to pay attention to the stats and the equipment we're getting. Just got struck by lightning. Haha, Storm Temple. Good timing. I'm going to place it here for now just so that I remember. But all these fights will have Storm Temple effect. We're looking at getting multiple mobs actually, because we're currently rolling 50-50s versus the slimes. And their odds I don't really like. So as I said, I will use a forest here, and I will hold any for the future. Oh, we've also picked up a +2 weapon, which is just a stat upgrade. Excellent. And we've dinged, and we got struck by lightning again. So Blade of Dawn. Adjacent roads that tells what pathing gives us loop HP. That's not terrible. This isn't really what I'm looking for in most cases. I think I'll take the survivability. I've never taken Card Sharp. I don't 100% get it. Because most of the times I think we could fill the board. Or we go close to filling the board anyway. So here's our first decisions. They both have damage to all along, which are quite nice. One of them is Vampirism, the other one's Evasion. I think I'll take the Vampirism. But that was a nice piece of loot. This is a difficult tile as well coming up. But we have 8 potions now that we can just throw into this fight. So 5 mobs. We do have damage to all, but it's not going to affect the Rat Wolf because of his ability. So I would have very much liked us to attack the Rat Wolf, but we can't control that. Nice bit of extra HP. And we've drank 3 potions this fight so far, and it's still not over. Yep, we're probably going to use another one, and we did use another one. This is fine though. As I said, early game aggression is fine by me. We can now place a Blood Grove over here to help us with these battles too. I've picked up another Bookery, which I'm just going to place by the start at the moment. Another Ruins, which I'm going to stagger with the other Ruins. Chrono Crystals. I could place this here actually, which is kind of spicy, but I like it. Another Mountain. And I'm going to hold these 3 tiles. Nice. A lot of evasion there. Blood Grove. What a beautiful card it's been for us. And we're starting to look good now. As I said, we're taking this hurt at the moment. We're using our potions proactively. We're getting good loot. And hopefully this will push us like ahead of the enemy progression. Here's another thicket. I'll continue to place these down on this diagonal. Oh, that was a mistake. Well, it doesn't matter too much in the end. It was a misplay. I should have placed a forest there. I forgot I had a Storm Temple in this row. But that's fine. Let's place some meadows down here and here. Place one here so I remember this time. And let's keep going. Minor misplay. That's fine now. We've switched cards and we have got improvements here. We will use this other meadow, so we're going to have 1 tile off opening this, and then the thicket I'm going to place down here. So we're just 2 tiles off opening both the treasuries now. And we're going to swap out the rock for a village. Very worth a while. I do like it, and I'm going to place the village here. We've also got another grove, and I would like to place this around here somewhere. Just have to be a bit careful in the positioning here. I think I'm going to place it here, so Storm Temple will affect it. It can come down onto this tile. I'm just a bit concerned with these Bookeries popping because the tomes are quite difficult enemies. In fact, they killed us on one of our last runs. I can't remember if that was in Act 3. I think it was the Act 2 rogue one there. Another nice ring, but not what we're looking for. As I said, I'm going to hold these treasuries at the moment until I feel a bit under pressure. But we'll see how we do with this corner loop now. If I feel under a lot of pressure, I'll pop up on this loop to try and get an improvement. Again, this is a pretty tricky tile. Foreseen was using more potions here. But we didn't. That's nice. So right, the next village is going to spawn a bandit camp. I still don't have an Oblivion. But I think it's worth it. I don't want to replace it at the Bookery, is really what I'm saying. So I'm going to risk it. But I'm going to place it here instead of not being out the range of Chrono Crystals. It could have actually gone down here as well, which would have been annoying, but we will deal with bandits for now. I'm happy to hold these tiles at the moment. There went another potion. We have another mountain, nearly on a 3x3, which gives a big HP boost. And we look pretty good right now, so I think I will play the meadow somewhere at least, for now. Because I don't want it to swap at the Bookery, I'm quite happy to place meadows. So yeah, I'm going to place this here. We trade a card out. I've just gone into planning again because we're soon going to get another trade. Lose Vampirism, gain a lot of defense. Yeah, okay, I can see the benefit. And this has counter on it instead of all the retaliation damage. I think we'll try that. It's another downgrade. And this is an upgrade on our armor. Again, we're still at a point where we don't have to worry too much about the synergy. We just need to start considering it. A cemetery, this will be the first cemetery we've placed down. And I think I will place it along this tile. I think I'll place it here. We picked up another meadow. We have some more forest. I'll place the meadow down though because it's still a good use for the meadow. And I'll place it next to the forest tile over here. We've switched these out again. Vampire Mansion, another cemetery. I think I'll place the cemetery here. I do have to be careful of this. Bookery actually does affect that tile. I keep forgetting it changes its range into the full 8 adjacent tiles. I've got a Vampire Mansion, which I might put down here to block any option of a spawned thing. It also ransacked it, which I obviously knew. First game of today. Not thinking things through. It's fine. We should be able to keep this going. Bit dangerous this time though. Now though, because the Scorch Worms are there. I still don't think I would Oblivion yet though. As I said, minor misplays can be like super dangerous in this game. This misplay I don't think is a minor misplay. I think that's a pretty major misplay. 1.5 damage for every potion used. Or battering ram. I think I want to take this. We have 8 potions at the moment. I think it works retroactively as well. More damage is more good. This has damage to all on it. Welcome to the party. In a way, we don't want to be as strong right now because we want to start using these potions, but this is fine. And damage to all again, what we're looking for. Just have a bit of a scuffed main weapon right now, but we're in a comfortable place to deal with it. Oblivion, goodbye. And another meadow. I could hold this for a while, actually. Actually, no, there's no point in holding it. I come past another bookery before then, so let's place it proactively. That was a misplay as well, because I was going to put a Storm Temple there. But it's fine, I could put the Storm Temple here and only destroy 2 more of my thickets. But I mean, these small mistakes right now, they could cost us in the end. Complete our quest. I don't think we need survivability right now, I'm not too worried about it. And let's start spawning harpies, I suppose. Next one, we're going to get a goblin camp. We have a thicket, which we now don't want to place in this row because I'm going to put a Storm Temple here. So let's go back to putting them along the top. One more spider cocoon. Spider cocoons are pretty easy for us to deal with right now. So I'm going to place it here. Considering placing the Vampire Mansion as well, actually. Oh, another Blood Grove. That's kind of interesting. And it's going to go there to help us fight with the bookery fights, if we have to deal with it. We are about to get a Goblin camp as well, which I'm happy to deal with. Sorry again if you just heard my phone in the background, I keep forgetting to put it on silent. Okay, that was about the worst place that could have gone. It's fine, I'll deal with it in the future. And let's place vampires over here. So we're starting to make this look very difficult right now, but we're looking pretty strong at the moment. We picked up a lot of decent loot recently. I want to hold these cards because I'm going to place all of them. An Oblivion. Great time for an Oblivion. Goodbye Goblin Camp. You spawned 1 goblin, we'll deal with him. More thickets, so that's throwing them across the top of the screen. We spawned our village, which is kind of annoying with this class with a damage to all build, but we can cope with it. I'm going to place 1 more village over here that's not ransacked. And then we have multiple meadows to place. So meadow, meadow, meadow. And we asked to pick up these resources. We've got a few Orb of Expansion as well. I don't know where these are coming from. I really just need to pay attention to it. But as long as we're getting them, it's fine. Bit of cheese. And this fight, which is now going to be kind of tricky with Scorch Worms. I should also hover over the ghouls. They have Untouched Brain, 20% chance to be fully revived from its corpse after 0.7 seconds. Kind of interesting because it is kind of ruined by the other effect of the ghouls that can devour a random corpse. So it probably only affects the last one really, but still kind of annoying. Yeah, they devoured the corpse, so we can, we didn't have to worry about it. That's great. We keep getting struck by lightning, which is a little bit annoying, but we are drinking potions because of it, which is increasing our damage. So maybe it's not too bad. There's now no reason not to place more mountains, and things are looking pretty nice right now. A bookery down here is about to become abandoned, so it could be an option to Oblivion in the future. This is trace damage to all, so I'm not interested. Nice help from Odin there, who struck lightning down on everyone. And we have some more chrono crystals. I'm not sure exactly what to do with these chrono crystals. Maybe put one up here. Or here. Or get very spicy and try and make more... You know what? I kind of like that. Let's try and get more flesh golems. I don't know how strong they are at the moment. I imagine they're going to kick a butt, but they definitely give us the best loot. Another village which is going to spawn a bandit camp. Can't really deal with the bandit camp right now. I'm just going to hold it for a second. But I will place it before the bookery. Nice rock. We've still not got a great first weapon, it's just pure stats right now, but thankfully the other 4 slots have pretty good stats on them right now. Okay, I've come to a conclusion that I'm going to place the village, I think, here. And hope that the Blood Grove helps us. Or actually, yeah, I should place it here before the boss, I think. No, it went onto that tile. That's annoying, but we'll deal with it. We've picked up another spider cocoon as well, which I think I'm just going to continue. You know what? I could even place it over here. Is there a downside to this? Not that I can really see. Just trying to block bandit spawns, really. Bloodgrove helping us out in this battle again. And now we have a rapier with lower damage but has a small amount of vampirism. Not actually interested right now. Again, I could pop these 2 treasuries open, but I'm not feeling 100% pinched by this yet. Blocking another bandit spawn by doing that. Place our meadows down. One more grove. So groves are kind of like iffy to place right now. Because of this new effect of the rat wolves, it does really hurt our grove, blood grove, and then what's the name, damage to all synergy. So I really only want to put this in places where I want the blood grove. And right now, I don't think I've got a huge spot I want to place this, so I'm actually going to hold groves now. Hit another level. We're leveling very quickly, as you might expect, being in Act 3. Defense increase every loop. Yeah. Could get more resources, or after every day. I think we take the defense up for looping. We trade 3 forests. I think it always trades 3 on the left as well, so we can sort of control that. Tiles decided to drop off, which I don't really mean to do. I think I'd rather place them right now than let them fall off the screen. And we have 2 meadows. Do I pop our loot fountains? No. I think I still hold on to this. It's just becoming a little bit difficult to decide what to do with the ruins. I think I'll place one here, because we shouldn't get anything on the camp. Although that is annoying for the boss battle. If we do fight the boss, I should Oblivion this. Remember it, Andalono. You have to Oblivion that ruins if you're going to fight the boss. Otherwise, it will be horrendous. We picked up a bunch of meadows, which I think I'm just going to start scrolling across the screen. As I said, I'll turn them to blooming retroactively. Switch all our cards out again. More chrono crystals, another mountain, another meadow, a cemetery. Let's place it on this tile. And chrono crystals. Where's the best place for some chrono crystals? Next to the blood grove? Next to spiders? Next to spiders. We've also picked up the roadside tile thing, so placing more roadside tiles is just good for us. And instead, I'm going to hold these and swap them out if we can get some of the buckery. Single goblin is fine, and he's killed by lightning. So this is just an upgrade for us right now. So I'll take it. Oh, let's just quickly see Harpy. Harden gets 1 defense for every 3 seconds after being hit, and it can stack. So that seems to hurt with like fast attack speeds, which we are getting currently from our forest. But it doesn't sound too terrible. Annoying, but not terrible. So this is damage to all down, but retaliation up. I actually think this is worth switching, is what I'm trying to say. Because them hitting us is still like almost a form of damage to all. Not really how we want to do it face tanking, but it's not terrible. So this fight's going to be really annoying. Bandits have a lot of evasion. They ignore damage to all as well. Okay. So clearly the devs have seen this combo being pretty strong and thought about it. I really want to get rid of bandit camps then. It might even be more important than goblin camps. More vampires. Where would vampires like to be placed? On this inside corner? Sure. And let me just quickly wet my whistle. This is damage to all up and attack speed up. Welcome. Oh, another level 6 helmet. But doesn't have damage to all, so now. Again, slightly annoying place for a slime to spawn, but not the end of the world. We didn't take too much damage from it. Remember as well, drinking potions is beneficial for us. Just not drinking all the potions. But there went one of them. Lightning Strike helps us out. So this has Vampirism, lower damage to all magic damage. Wets my Vampirism 6%. You know what, my health is a little bit low, so I will trade this over now. Again, another annoying spawn there with the Scorch Worms spawning behind us. Mainly because of Chrono Crystals, but it's fine. Big damage to all, but trades off Vampirism. I'd like the Vampirism right now. And another Storm Temple. So Storm Temple, I said I'm going to place one here. Does destroy some forests, but that is fine. So that'll help us with the boss fight. Another village. Just need to figure out how to place this one. We did get bandits before, so I think we're okay just to place this right now. Yeah, that's fine. And we have another cemetery that I'm going to place over here. So this is a bad fight for us because they're going to counter every damage to all hit. So we really want to target the dummies first. Oh, I say they do. Maybe they don't. Didn't look like they did then, but I'm not sure. I would have assumed they would counter off it. So, again, we don't have to worry about this tile too much right now. So I'm going to place ruins here. I think I'm happy to trade all these things out. I need to be very careful with this bookery right now. Because I've already got this one placed down here. Where's the other one? So this is going to actually trade out now. It's going to become a abandoned bookery, which will start spawning tomes. And the tomes really hurt. They might get very good loot though. So I think... Do I just let this change now? Yeah, you know what? I'll let everything switch. I'm going to try and get an Oblivion. So, oh, we've picked up an Oblivion. Nice. I'm going to try and get another Oblivion because I do want to remove that bandit camp. So I'll trade these 6 cards out. That's my intention. Another treasury. This one will have to go over here for now. And we should be fine. Still would like to get a better weapon. We're coming to the point where stuff is going to come off the screen. And I don't think that's worth it. So I will place these forests down, even though they're a bit worse, and make the blooming groves as a counter to it. We've also picked up another cemetery, which I'll place here. That was our first change. We've got a blood grove and another bookery and a thicket. So the thicket we'll definitely use. Blood grove. Do we get a benefit from placing this anywhere? In fact, can we place it anywhere? Yes, we can place it here. So we will place the blood grove. Again, that is another use for the grove, is just to place it somewhere to make a blood grove. And to that goal, I think I will place one here now to get a blood grove here. Bookeries, again, I'm going to swap. I'm happy to swap all of these out. Our next trade, which will be here, we'll just change it. Really like an Oblivion right now. Everything else I think we hold on to. Spider cocoon. Just trying to be careful when I place all these things. That I think is fine. But I still want to place the roadside tiles. In fact, it'd be nice to place the vampire mansion somewhere where it doesn't really benefit us or make it any worse. And literally this only tile will be affected by the vampire mansion, so let's place that there. Because this is giving us HP for passing them. Which is pretty nice. So here's the abandoned bookery. We unfortunately haven't picked up an Oblivion, so we'll look at trying to get it from the next loop. You should consider placing meadows here now as well. That's fine. Just thinking whether or not I want to use this bookery right now. I don't feel under pressure to do. We don't know if the stuff spawned on the boss as well, is my other consideration. It's just very nice to be able to like rotate these cards. You know what? I'm just going to place it. We're still pretty far off spawning the boss as well, which is fine by me. Ooh, attack speed up, but we lower our damage. I think we want this actually. And no, we don't want that. This trades damage to all off. I don't feel under too much pressure to do this, although our HP is dropping now pretty considerably. This is a horrible tile, by the way. Hoping for some good loot, because this is pretty difficult. We've been drinking more and more potions, but we've got through it. I might hold off on placing any more tiles right now. As I said, I'm feeling the pressure a little bit. That being said, chrono crystals, let's place them down. Thickets up here. And now, do I place more chrono crystals? I mean, there's no harm really in placing the chrono crystal there. It just blocks the bandit spawn, which is fine. I don't get HP for passing it. Storm Temple giving us a bit of favours here. Spawned another village. Okay, that's fine. Again, we'll have to deal with it. Again, horrible tile. The ruins are becoming a bit difficult. I should really check the Scorch one as well. I don't know what their other ability is anymore, but it doesn't seem to affect them on the artillery. More thickets. More attack speed. What's our attack speed at the moment? 67% up. That's pretty strong. One more mountain. We're probably coming close to spawning a goblin camp as well. 716. So we're 4 off, I think. We're holding all these for the bookery right now. We're not close to a day passing, which I wish we were, because I would like a bit of HP. We have no potions left as well. But at least it's a damage up, right? I just can't help myself right now. I just feel like I need to keep placing tiles. So flesh golems. They have heavy hand. Every hit to the golem increases the chance for a critical hit by 5%. Chance is 0 after the golem dealt a critical hit. That's pretty horrible. A crit off the golem is probably bad for us right now. and they get a guaranteed hit in. Oh my god, they are pretty horrible right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking of Storm Templing across this side now just to help us with this loop as well. I think I'm gonna do it. It burns one of a forest, a thicket, which is a bit of a sad, but in the whole grand scheme of things, we need to stay alive. So this is damage to all plus evasion. I mean, I feel like we need the Vampirism, or Vampirism is so low that let's just take damage to all. Try and kill things as quickly as possible. Good target there, because damage to all doesn't affect them anymore. Another village. We could do with blocking some spawns. So I'm going to Chrono Crystal here, and village here. And he's put it up there. Again, these bandits, very resilient. But these will give us a nice bit of HP. We're making a bad target right now. I just noticed we're practically dead. Oh my god, please give us something for this. After receiving this effect and after every loop, the hero receives a bar of Phantom Protection. Yes, thank you. That is basically HP. And again, I'm starting to talk quickly because I'm getting a little bit concerned right now. Do I feel under pressure to pop these? Yes, I probably will pop them now. Let's keep throwing down meadows. That bar of protection is literally basically keeping us alive right now. So we traded, it's got Storm Temple again. Where would I like another Storm Temple? Maybe I place one here. No, that's kind of bad. Maybe I place one here actually. Yeah, that's fine. That affects quite a lot of tiles. Meadow. Ooh, what's the best place for a meadow? That's fine. I think I will now start to use these to open up some more blocks. Yeah. Let's start doing this. I am now under pressure. Would have liked for not rocks, I can't lie. So much so that I'm considering putting a bookery on this corner. I mean, things are getting a bit wild right now. I think the sensible option, by the way, is to retreat on this loop, because I get the horrible feeling we're about to die. I'm going to take this because regen's pretty valuable for us right now. We're going to have that Phantom Protection bar again. But things look a bit horrible. But let's go for it. Let's push. Thank you for our team there helping with that battle. We have damage to all up, just all ups. Great, welcome to the team. I think I'm going to have to trade damage to all off this. I want the HP now because we're taking way too much damage. And again, I'm just going to swap this weapon over now. Damage to all equal, it has Vampirism on it. Welcome. So that was a lot of better loot, I think, in the long run. But damage to all is only 8 now, which is kind of painful. We really want this to be up towards 30. But I can start popping more loot fountains. So here's another one. Nope. This is damage to all up, but the Vampirism is what I want right now just to survive some of these battles. So much is my aim to survive these battles. I'm going to put Chrono Crystals here just for the HP gain. More mountains down. And am I under pressure to place this one? Yeah, I'm feeling the pinch enough that I will open that as well. Unfortunately, I've just spawned a Goblin Camp as well, and the loot is not good. We have picked up an Oblivion though. I think we have to Oblivion the Goblin Camp. I really want to get rid of that Bandit Camp though. And we can place this mountain freely. Let's go. Trade out all our tiles again. Still have that Phantom Shield, so we're picking up HP in the background, which I'm loving right now. We're still not going to spawn the boss on this loop. Or hopefully we're not. Another Blood Grove. Can I place you anywhere? Yes, I can place you to help us with these fights, so... Okay, I've made a Hungry Grove by accident. Why? Oh, it lets me place it because it's next to a Blood Grove. My mistake. Okay, we've got another target for Oblivion. Oh well. So we can't let our HP drop below 20%. Oh, a Skeleton Archer takes part in battles on adjacent tiles. Okay, so cemeteries next to each other is a bit dangerous then. Spawns a skeleton every 3 days. I've never seen a Skeleton Archer before, but there is one over here as well. The more you know, I suppose. Chrono Crystal here? That's fine. Am I under enough pressure that I want to place these down right now? No. What else does a Skeleton Archer have? So he may resurrect. He takes less damage from archers, which is fine because we're not using a bow. He shouldn't be too bad. He's also stood in the front row. Admittedly, he is the boss enemy. I think. Oh no, maybe he's not the boss enemy. And by boss, I mean the quest enemy. Damage to all, evasion, damage up. Risky, but I'm going to take it. This is also a kind of weird change, but I'm going to change it to get some vampirism back. So damage to all is 9 now. And we're healing like 9 to 11 on hits. My god, be careful where you place this. Can you place it anywhere? No. Hold it. What was this ring again? Lose damage to all, get attack speed up and vampirism up. I'm considering taking it again. It brings the damage to all back down pretty low. It's not a lot of damage to all. Although 7% vampirism will only take... Oh, it takes it to 22. It's probably another HP up. Sure. I'm doing what I always say I don't want to do. I really want to keep to the synergy of the build that I have in mind. But right now, I feel under a lot of pressure. And HP up. This is, again, a lot of damage to all would be removed by taking this. So I want to hold off right now. But you, I will equip. So this is down on everything but adds another stat. It's 1... So it's 1% off vampirism, 4% off attack speed, and a lot of defense down. No. So a grove that we could use to spawn a Blood Grove. Welcome, Blood Grove. I guess on the corner as well, for adjacent tiles, we get to hit them twice. But I don't think I want to place this Vampire Mansion down now. Although I might as well play it here because there's no downside to it. There's a minor upside, it's not huge, but there's no downside at least. That is a big damage increase, and my vampirism is higher right now. I'm going to take it, but we're making these fights a lot harder. And Flesh Golems hit very hard. We have no shield anymore. He just crit us. He got struck by lightning, but he gets a free hit in. But loot fountain galore. This is where all the damage to all is. I'm not going to change it. This would be a big HP up, attack speed up, but we'd lose 5% of our vampirism. It would also take our regen to half. But I think I want the raw HP right now. I could downgrade the weapon again to pick up vampirism back. Well, damage right now is 44 to 67, so we're very good at killing single targets. Just not good at killing multiple targets, which is kind of bad when that's what our build revolves around. Keep placing meadows down. I'm hitting a point now where, again, I don't really want to place any more difficult mob tiles down. We're having enough problems as it is. And we're closing in on spawning a boss. I could just spawn him in, I suppose, and see what he's all about. We do have some of the immortality orbs, or whatever they were called, so we can just keep our loot if we really want to. Which admittedly would be nice, because we've picked up quite a lot of resources. 9 of these orbs of expansions is pretty huge. No, not interested. Another archer on this tile. And we've picked up another bookery, which I'm going to place to start trading my cards around. And I do trade them, and we got bad things. We've got an Oblivion though, that's not a bad thing. Let's go into planning. Right, is there anything on this back half of the loop that I have to Oblivion to survive? No. Maybe. Maybe. But really, I don't want to fight those bandits again. Goodbye, bandits. We'll place the mountain down again. Bit of a misplay, but it's fine. And let's trade our cards again. We picked up another treasury. Not many places left that I can put treasuries now, so I'm going to stick it here. Let's fill in that mountain tile. And I think I want to start opening up that treasury. Where's the best place to put a C? So I think we leave that tile. If I can. Yeah. That's fine. One more mountain down. And things are looking okay. Oh, okay. We've seen a new mob. My world is in agony. The cosmos is being burned out of the flames of emptiness, and we are left with nothing but ashes in our hands. Another vampire maddened by its thirst? Madness it obviously is. Even our memories were stolen. Why do you think we're allowed to keep our minds? But even the thirst fades from what I have discovered. Books filled with knowledge have shown me all that we have lost. This pitiful shack now we call our world is not even a shadow of what the world was. There are still books containing knowledge of the world. Please tell me where I can find them. Memories are very important right now, as is any information at all. Very important, I agree. Knowledge can help you find a path through the laws of the universe. That's what we call magic. I can clearly see your place in this chaos. Do you know why everyone around you is trying so hard to kill you? The natural order of things, I guess. Hunger, fear and despair. It's quite enough fodder for blind fury. Everything around tells us that you have to die. Existence itself tells us this. It screams in fear every time you take a new step or draw a new breath. I won't let you exist any longer. With all due respect, I don't need anyone's permission to exist. So, Vampire Mage. So this, I don't know if we've just made a new synergy, maybe having Vampire House next to the bookstore. But this is a vampire undead mage and has a soul. Legacy transforms into a tome after being killed. That's horrible. Bloody Pest summons the bats. That's like the vampire. And Transfusion. It heals allies by 6% of damage dealt during its attack. And it has Vampirism. This seems horrible. It's not too high in attack, admittedly, but it does attack pretty quickly. But again, it's another unit that's helping multiple out. And now the tome, which we've got. So this unit's damage varies from 0 to 200%. Please be 0 every attack. It's also giving armor to all allies at the start of battle. And it's got ringing in the ears right now, so I'm hoping that helps us. We have killed the tome pretty quickly. And we've killed it! Nice. What's all this nonsense about in the world and my death? There are already too many problems to start coming up with new ones. Magical ways of knowing knowing about the past and the future are often fake. It's no surprise so many mages go insane. Especially now when going insane doesn't take much effort at all. Well, I did not expect that. So this must be because of the abandoned bookery next to the vampire mansion. So this wasn't even a combo on the screen. It's just effects being next to one another. That's something else we're going to have to look out for then. Maybe that's why we're also getting these cosmic slimes. Maybe that was the... what were they called? The things that spawn the Watchers? The like temporal beacons interacting with just the normal path tiles. Again, this game continues to teach us new things. And I really love it for it. Where do I want this thicket? I guess up here. I'm coming close to spawning the boss, and at the moment I'm thinking about doing it. So we have, what, there's not even a bookstore left, so we're not going to go past the bookery. We can't trade our tiles out anymore, so let's go berserk. Forests now are worthwhile. I'm accepting we're going to spawn the boss. If he kills us. We'll keep the loot anyway. Just trying to look for tiles that don't have the storm temples on them. So that is fine too. I will start using rocks. So here's the Act 3 boss. Incursion. Radiates with powerful energy that devours space and time itself. It is time to face the destiny of this world. Okay. A little bit concerned. We really needed Oblivion, by the way. I've not forgotten about this. Oh, we have to fight her again, the Vampire Mage. We only have one potion, by the way, because we are just drinking them as fast as possible. Fortunately, we get through this battle quite well. Do we have anywhere we can place the Blood Grove? No. Thickets. Stay out of the way of the Storm Temple, please. Forests down, thicket down, meadow. Let's start opening this. We have another forest tile. You know what? I might even accept having a little bit of magic damage. It can't hurt us right now, can it? The book is giving us shields. And we've killed everything. Okay, we've picked up another bookery. I shall place the bookery. But unfortunately, I can't place it in a tile that will affect 2 squares. So it's just going to go here for now. We have more thickets that I'm going to keep placing down. I'm going to accept it's highly unlikely that we open 2 more treasuries. And I think this now stops us from using a treasury ever again. I might as well place the ruins down on the tile I'm on. That's not going to hurt. And we're going to pick up another resource. Chrono Crystals, it is free HP, so I'm going to put it here. We didn't get the benefit of this, which is a shame, but it is what it is. We spawned a goblin camp somewhere that just is completely irrelevant, and I will open the treasury immediately. We're really just looking for a sword. Okay, we got rubbish. And one more meadow. Nice. Really, these books are starting to get annoying. They do seem to drop a lot of cards, though, which isn't terrible. We're not getting great loot off them, but I mean, more cards to fill up the board is pretty good right now. That doesn't matter. I should probably have just placed this on here. Sure. Oh, we didn't get the resource, whatever. And we've traded some tiles over. We might not even make it to the boss, which would really hurt right now. I know we're not going to beat him. I'd give our chance of beating the boss maybe 1%. And that might be being generous. But if we can see him at least and just see what his deal is, that will be a success for now. Some more meadows. Place it by the Storm Temple, sure. Rocks. We want to near mountains. Have a nice rock over there. We have another Chrono Crystal, which we're just going to place here, which shouldn't make too much of a difference. And we've got a horrible tail. I think we're going to survive. Got struck by lightning, which is really bad RNG. Got struck by lightning again, which was more acceptable RNG, as it was a 50-50, I think. Rock down. Forest down. Our attack speed right now is plus 76%, which is pretty good for the warrior at least. Still waiting for this improved weapon. And this might be it. Let's just attack a bit faster. Ah, village. Welcome to that tile there. Meadows over here. Rocks here. That's fine. Let's hold on to these tiles, I think. Although this is already affected by a vampire mansion, so I might as well play that there to get the HP. I've ruined the village again for the second time in the video. What are you thinking, brain? That was a pretty bad misplay. Not gonna lie. Odin, please help us. We only got struck by lightning once. It could have been worse. We will get 2 heals here, and we should hit another day. Just keep placing rocks, man. What am I thinking right now? Again, I might as well place the grove on that tile then. Just to gain the resource. I will place it on the one in front. What's better, ruins or grove? Grove is safer, so we'll place the grove. Chrono Crystal up here, sure. Thicket. Thicket. Mountain. That's annoying. But hey ho, I should have probably blocked all the tiles now. We've got another village. And another Oblivion. Thank you, Oblivion. Goodbye, Goblin Camp. Hello, Village. Hello, Bandit Camp. I've misplayed that again. Should have placed that down first. This video is probably just going to be called Misplay, I think. That's the last good space for a mountain. And Blooming Meadow is fine there. So there's only one more tile adjacency thing I can place down. And it doesn't really matter what I put there, I think. So this could kill us again. The Flesh Golem will hurt us like hell. But it's our last chance as well to get good loot. We're pretty close to leveling, but I don't think we're going to quite make it. He crit us on his last hit. That is awful. We don't know if damage to all is worthwhile in this last fight, so I think now is the time to trade. This is a defense up as well. Welcome. It has damage to all on it, funnily enough, and has regen. I don't think we can take that now. That's fine. Forest hair is fine. Ooh, we picked up another Oblivion, actually. Can I make a good use of this Oblivion? Yes. I remembered. I might have misplayed this entire video, but I remembered I do need to remove that. I was so lucky to get another Oblivion because I did forget. Okay. This is probably the last, like, semi-difficult fight. We're only on 200 HP, by the way. We have no potions. That kind of hurts. We go through the village. We picked up a quest which is further on. I'm now going to place this spider cocoon here just solely for the heal. And there's no good place to place this rocks now. This is actually the best place, actually. We kind of need a miracle. I'll take magic damage because maybe it'll be useful. I'm going to planning immediately. Can I place this village somewhere useful? Not really. No. I've already got 2 villages there. We swapped pretty quickly. I couldn't really do anything about that. So we have mountain, mountain by rock, thicket here, meadow here. That's as good as I think we're going to be able to do. We have our archers line. Okay. Looks like the damage to all could have been useful this fight. Know your place, dog. Not the most polite greeting I've heard. Oh, excuse me. I was talking to you. My loyal hounds like to fool around sometimes. Keeping discipline is important. Woof. And as for you, my little hero. Know your place, dog. Who the hell are you? Oh, well, let's see. Sometimes the need arises to kill the whole herd in the pen, but not without a reason, of course, and you start killing them. A couple of bulls break the fence and escape into the forest. But that won't do. You need to kill every one of them. That's the point, you know. And that is where the hunter comes in. He will track down every rebellious bull and shoot it. So don't even try talking to me about politeness, my little hero. How polite is it of you not only to avoid world annihilation, but to resist the magnificent process? I've heard enough of this kind of talk. I beg your pardon? All of you have this wonderful and profound motivation to participate in this cataclysm, and every one of you ignores the fact that we all want to keep living. It stinks to be exterminated, you know. Frankly speaking, I don't give a damn. I just enjoy hunting. And now, if you'll excuse me, I will feed the remnants of your world to my hounds. They'll eat all of you in one bite, as if their stomachs weren't black holes. I hope you're as bad at hunting as you are at jokes. Never mind. You'll get my joke very soon. Get him. Woof. So, Hunter's Hound. The kennel. Damage is increased by 100% and 30% max HP is healed after the death of an ally. Okay, that's kind of painful. So, killing one of these doesn't... It's not going to not help, but we still have to deal with that lot of damage. And Jump escapes to the astral plane after 3 hits and forces the hero to attack another target. So they force us to split damage as well. Oh, and the Hunter, damage is also increased, so he's got that same effect. So he'll get 100% damage increase and 30 HP max after allies die. Fills the Hound's attack bar by 50% instead of every second attack. Okay. and forces the hero to stop attacking and attack another target. So we basically have to deal with these hounds first. So damage to all looks like it would actually be pretty strong in this fight. So that's him going to the astral plane. It appears like we didn't get the archers in this fight, which is kind of annoying, but I can see why. We've killed one of them, but that doesn't matter, the damage is still up. We've killed two of them. This has gone incredibly well so far, but I don't think it's enough. One hit away, and dead. So I think I'm going to take all. It costs 3 in this act. Okay, it was 2 in Act 2. Okay, that makes sense. We're getting better things, so I would like to take all, thank you. I'll trade 3 of those skulls off. But we did really well, I think, for that episode. We weren't far off killing him, in fact. But we definitely might want to consider altering our deck now that there are units that are not affected by damage to all. I think we also got a bit unlucky with our loot, but it wasn't a terrible run. So let's retreat. So we picked up a few more resources. Can we build the river? We can build a river. Where do I want our river to be? Ooh, that's nice. It changes the effect depending on the tile you're going to place it on. So let's have the river coming out of here. I think that'd be quite nice. Oh, it fills it out as well. Cool. I can't believe it. I have a whole river of questions about this thing. Very funny. Did you mean an ocean of questions? Again, very funny. There's no more ocean in the world. River is the standard for a big body of water now. How do we even remember the ocean? Just think, all this water is coming from nowhere, and it goes nowhere too. Is it circling the same water? Is it the same water circling around? Or is it something constantly creating new matter? I have no idea. Do you want to see if it's good for swimming? Of course. So it unlocks the river card. Cool. I like that. Just missed a farm as well, and we now have a farm on the river, which again, thematically, I think makes perfect sense. And we've also got the bridge now. So you can fish from it or just cross it. It's a very versatile structure. Unlocks the ability to prolong the river under a road during an expedition. I don't know what that means. Can be built only on the horizontal and vertical river tiles. Okay, that makes sense. We could make some more forests as well. And I think I will, because that gives us more resources from Lumberjack. And there are tiles that we don't need for anything else. We've also picked up Orb of Unity, so it's made from Chaos, so I guess it's an Act 3 resource. We still don't have any of these Black Orbs. If I get really stuck in it, I'll look into what gives us that. It might be a specific tile that we have yet to unlock. But yeah, let's make some forest, I guess. It's not in the Alchemist Tent, which is the last thing we're missing. Sorry, one of the last things we're missing, and the bridge. So, forest. 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 And now we can't afford another forest. But we have 6 forests now, and we're starting to surround our Lumberjack. Which feels pretty good. What else does that give us, actually? After an expedition, it gives you 1 stable branch for every completed loop, but no more than the amount of tiles around the Lumberjack Core. Okay, so when we came back in, that's what gave us 1 of our stable branches. Still, that's pretty nice just to constantly get a resource for effectively nothing now. And let me just see what this new tile is. So we have a river. There, I've accidentally clicked it. So flows from who knows where to somewhere else. This makes it perhaps the only thing in this world that has an effect. Has an end. Doubles the effect of adjacent landscape tiles. Okay, that's kind of interesting. We'll definitely take this out. I almost want to place all of our expedition cards just to try and get some more synergies. We did find out also a new kind of hidden synergy, I guess, that the Bookery Tomes next to a vampire mansion made a vampire mage. It did not convert any of the tiles, it just produced a new enemy. So this must be what gave us those cosmic slimes. I think it was this temporal beacon just on the roadside giving it. But it's really neat. Like, God, it must be difficult to find some of these. Again, if it gets really difficult to find these new things, I will look them up, I guess. But for now, I'm still enjoying finding new items and synergies. Just going to quickly go into our encyclopedia. So we're only missing 1 tile off the road. We're missing a few on roadside. Landscape, we're missing a few. We've got all the special ones. And we're just missing one golden, which I think we know where that is. Where was it? Was it the farm? I vaguely remember something upgrading gives us a gold card. Oh, a warehouse would have also been quite nice to build. We should bear in mind we can build another one of them to get plus 10 to the camp's item limit. That would be quite a considerable improvement for us. Okay, it's the alchemist tent. Unlocks the 0 milestone gold card if Intel Center is built, which it is. Kind of weird that it has that on the text because you have to build the Intel Center to get the alchemist tent. So we're just missing these two now. And that should complete our collection of cards. Is there anything we can unlock just quickly before we go? No, not for potions. Farm can't be upgraded. Watchtowers can be upgraded, which I think just improves damage. So I'm just going to hold off on that for now, because if they don't join us in the boss battle, they're kind of worthless, really. That's a watchtower. Smithy. We're only 3 stable metals away from being able to upgrade this. But again, it's using a resource that we'd like to hold on to for now. We can also upgrade our cemetery. Camp's item slots +1. We'll revive the hero with 15 HP once during an expedition. You know what? Let's do it. I was looking at the people. At first they were lying down, and then they started getting up. Walking, bringing coffee, convenient. I can look after you too. You don't need to lie down, you must go. Okay. Cool, so we get a free revive. It also used up a lot of stone, which we weren't really using right now. And we can upgrade it again, which gives us plus 20 HP after revival. That might have been enough to fight the boss with, to be honest with you. As I said, I won't upgrade watchtowers. But yeah, things so far seem to be going pretty nicely. Okay, it gave us 1 slot, but not anywhere to place the items. Okay, that's fine. Is there actually an item worth placing, sorry, just before we end it? 1 HP after killing an enemy, that's not max HP, so it's just a little heal. 5 HP at the start of each day. Stable branches into important. Less damage from vampires. 1 HP for passing the campfire, but max HP is lowered by 2%. That seems bad. I don't think I'd ever want to use that. Sturdy stool. 0.2 HP regeneration per second if you already have it. Not bad. 1 defense seems good. That's the axe again. 5 HP every time the hero equips a new item. That's not terrible. Or +1 to max potions. Honestly, potions are going up in my estimation, but I think I would just take the +1 defense. I could just build a mud hut to do this, I think. Oh no, I don't have stone anymore. Okay, that's where we're going to call it. So we had a very good episode. Better than I thought. We saw the boss. We came actually quite close to killing him, but we just didn't have enough HP in the end. We'll keep at it with the warrior in Act 3, and I think we'll just keep ploughing on to see what we can do. If I feel like we're a bit underleveled still and come up short, I might do a super chill episode again and just try and get enough resources to try and build our bridge, and ideally try and find out how to get the alchemist tent with this resource. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you again next time. Goodbye.